Watopian Weekly. You should listen to it every week because I'm gonna listen to it. Yay!
Welcome to Watopian Weekly, Season 4, Episode 16, the podcast for Zwifters, cyclists, and everyone else. Each week, we are here to discuss all things Zwift, life, and beyond. My name is Dustin, and here she is, ladies and gentlemen. A lady that can fix a van and fix a flat. A lady that knows her way around the velodrome, as well as multiple platforms in which she inflicts pain on all those that dare to challenge her. The Zwift Ladies Enforcer, Gina. Gina, welcome. How are you?
Good. It's good to be back and see your faces. I know our listeners cannot see the faces, but I'm happy to see them at least.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's one of those things where video killed the radio star, I think. I don't know. I know, I'm a mishmash of colors. I just realized that. I'm wearing a blue hat with a green sweatshirt and a red shirt. I don't know.
You're locked in.
Yeah. I'm doing the RGB thing, so everyone's... anyway. All right, anyway. And, oh, there you go. A man who knows it's not the size of the solar panel that matters, but it's how many watts it can produce, is here with us. A dude that is not afraid of bugs. How do I know this? Because he found some ladybugs and set them to work in his greenhouse. Just taking down the aphids, yeah. Like a farmer, he's outstanding in his own field. Josh! Josh, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. What an intro.
Well, you shared a picture of the, and you can hear my dog barking. Sorry about that, but you shared a picture of your greenhouse, and you put solar panels on your greenhouse. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that we did. It's working well. Just
That's awesome.
Hooked it all up this morning, and it's already producing. So
did you do the wiring for it and everything too? Or?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man,
it's pretty straightforward. Just plug and play most of it anyway. So
wow.
No fancy like splicing or any of that. I would need to get an electrician for something more complicated than just plugging things in.
Man, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. And you guys, and you have are you doing outside stuff too, or is it all in the greenhouse? I know we have
it's
garden
all
tips
it's all
later
in
on,
it's all in the greenhouse for now. But yeah. We got a nice little forest in there.
That's awesome. You're definitely gonna have to share some tips or share some pictures.
Yeah, we'll
if you
have
can.
to share some.
Yeah. Oh man. And because we do need to talk about we need to have a Midwest minute here too. Gina, last time we were talking about this about we need to have some Midwest whatever I don't know, Midwest-isms. I don't know. They're probably universal, I would guess. I don't know. What do you think, Josh? They probably are. I bet.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, if it's Midwestism, it is
yeah,
by
that is
default
universal.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah. So yeah, Gina, here in the Middle West of America, it's pretty much it is. Yeah, I think anyway. Well, we can talk about that at a different time. So we need to catch up here, you guys, because it's been a long time, and so Gina, why don't you?
It's been a minute.
It has. I mean, we've been busy, and I got to say, I real quickly before I forget this, I know we've been busy, so sorry for the lack of episodes. Don't worry, we've all been, we all still talk. It's just like the time changes and the time zones have been hard for us to get to record. But it's going to be summer break soon, so I will be more flexible. I'll be able to, I can record at like 6 a.m. or something like that too, because we were going to try that, Gina, and then we had an emergency here and I couldn't do it, so I felt so bad. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, I know that everything's getting back in line. I know that there's some of you guys that listen to us in every week and in the mornings and stuff, and it's I know what it's like when my favorite podcasts don't have an episode for a while, and then when they do, it's like, oh my gosh, yay, it's great.
Yeah, we yell and shake our fists in anger.
Yeah. So anyway, we're back, and we're so thank you for sticking through with us through all of this, and we're back here to be talking about Zwift and bikes, whatever, everything. It's gonna be great. Okay. Anyway, Gina, why don't you take it away with a weekly catch up? What have you been doing?
What I've been doing? I am still at this moment. I'm still on the regime of just cycle when you feel like it. And I think that's been the best regime for me to actually come back. It puts less pressure on me, and I am starting to enjoy it a little bit more. I can also see some fitness coming back, so that's actually really good. And the only thing that I did keep doing was well, Sunday race clubs basically. So that's on my whoosh, and I I've been struggling on them, but I can see week by week that especially, my power being the punchy rider,
Hmm.
that seems to be coming back quite quickly. So that's nice. And
Yeah.
well, this week was actually this morning for me.
Yeah.
It was a horrible course. It was called Endurance Climb, and I think it says it all. It was 1,424 meters of elevation.
Oh my gosh.
At some point, I was thinking, what am I actually doing here? I was going further and further back in the pack, and I've been
Yeah.
never been like a huge. I can climb
Mm.
pretty well as long as it's under 8 minutes. I think I
Hmm.
can really power through it and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
But when you say endurance climb, I'm like, well, yeah, that should be on endurance paces then as well. So I basically
Hmm.
just zone two all the way up, and then I took 2.5 minutes, 2 hours, 30 minutes ish.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's a
Um,
long time.
but I will tell you now, the winner from category one took a whole of 1 hour and 24 minutes, if I
Wow.
say it correctly now. It was crazy.
Wow.
Also, she just flew past me like I was standing still. I'm in Cat
Yeah.
4, by the way, so
Yeah,
not
yeah.
in the same league anyway. And I
That's
think
impressive.
That's crazy though.
the winner of my category was also under 2 hours. And
Wow.
yeah. So that and the week before, actually, I was super excited to potentially talk to Destin,
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about
because then
that.
that was a course that was really for me. I had kind of targeted in my head, so my whole headspace was different as
Mm,
well. Like today, I went
yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna start, I'm gonna finish, that's it.
Yeah.
And the week before, I was like, okay, this is the perfect course for me. I need to do everything correctly. So I ate, I fueled myself well. My headspace was different. Psychologically, I was like, okay, these hills you can get over. And if you can't get over them with a group, you're gonna see if you can try and get back, because it will
Mm,
like be one line anyway. So if you can still push it, you can still back into the group. And what was expected to be more of a sprint finish, like I said, my whole headspace was different. So everything went as it was supposed to.
mm.
Okay, one moment of inattention, I got dropped on the downhill,
Oh.
but I got back. I luckily I had two other ladies with me, and we could get back about 4 kilometers for before the end of the race. We got back into the group. Um, yeah, then it was just like, okay, I'm back. I'm back in contention. You can sprint. You can do this. And somebody went, and I thought, okay, this is a perfect attack. Like I gotta go with them. I gotta go. And with me, there were a couple other ladies who thought the same. So we got away with like a group of 700 meters for the finish. And then I
Wow.
just saw them fall back one by one. Like the sprint was too long, and I kept going, and I had only one person next to me, and it was a second place for me, but only
Yeah.
with 200ths of a second in
Oh my
Oh
between.
gosh.
man.
Wow.
Oh, and I was
Oh, that's
so
close.
proud of that one, because
Yeah.
and like a couple of months ago, I was sitting here like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And now I'm like, okay, I'm getting back. Like I can go deep again. I dare
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
go
we're
deep
we're
again.
back. We're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Let's go, Gina.
Hell
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
Yeah.
that was really awesome. And something like that obviously also motivates you. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was pretty cool. So that's basically what I've been up to. I've been enjoying the sun. I've been
Yeah.
riding outside. I've been doing the Sunday race clubs, feeling better and better. And yeah, just a lot of positive things regarding that, I would say.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Gina. Oh man, and you're back. You're back. That's so cool. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that race too when after it happened, because I saw on your Strava, and like the picture you posted on your Strava, you looked wiped out after that. You gave everything. That was
I
awesome.
gave everything. And I also was emotional, and I think you could see that in my eyes as well. And I was like, yeah, do you post this? Do you not post it? I think, yeah, you post it because it's something real, right? It's something we all feel sometimes. So yeah, you just go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome. That was awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, this is good. Gina's back. Yeah. All right, Josh, what have you been doing besides taking care of the aphids in your garden?
Yep, that was the ladybugs reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing a fair amount of outside riding as well, mix of road and gravel. So that's been fun. Then just getting shellacked in ladder lately because I'm the low man on the totem pole in the roster now after we did some restructuring for this May to June season. So anything not last is a pat on the back for me with this squad of like ruby, emerald, and higher sapphire. So it's been a rough go, but it's good to, I mean, I manage the roster, so I completely did this myself. So
yeah, you're in charge of it.
Yeah,
so.
I could have put myself on like an easier roster, but wanted the challenge. But yeah, it is a challenge.
Yeah,
just to stay with folks and be a contributor. But I mean, it's good to race against better people, though. It definitely pushes you to be better. So. But yeah, it mostly ladder races and then outside riding, actually doing some zone 2 for once. Yeah, good on me for not just going all out every single time I hop on the bike.
that's hard to do, by the way.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And then what about your fit for your gravel bike? Have you been working on that?
Yeah. I've adjusted like saddle height a little bit here and there, and I think it feels a little bit better. It's just the reach is a bit long, so might get a shorter stem to help accommodate that. It's not like way it's not like way long, but it's a little long. So
yeah, and that's an easy swap too. You know, you can do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to talk. I need to find I know you were also talking about single speed things too, and I need to find that cog too. But...
I converted one of my old bikes that I broke the derailleur on it, so like trying to fix it because there's like, I don't know, the thing's got like a ton of miles on it. It's beat to hell, and I was trying to fix it, and then just like broke a couple things on the derailleur and like just threw it in the trash, and it was like, all right, it's what can I actually do with this bike now? So I just set it up single speed, but the gear ratio I found is a little hard.
Yeah, because it's
so you don't have the ability to get like a big cassette on the back.
Yeah. It's I did a little research, like a little research, and by that I mean like I Googled once, said like, oh yeah, this ratio looks good. I'm like, oh yeah, I can go with the harder one because I like lower cadence anyway. And then stepped on the bike and it's like, all right, well, this is this is a lot. I better not see any hills because so I'm probably like going at like 40 cadence up a hill if
well, you can always walk, and there's no shame in walking up the hill. But just for a point of reference, my like city bike or like my town bike or pub bike, whatever you want to think, it's whatever you want to call it. It's 38 in the front and 19 in the back, so it's like super easy to spin up and everything too. I'm not going fast on that at all. Also because the brakes don't work that well, so I don't want to have to stop too fast. But
you don't need those.
No. Josh, what are you pushing for? Let's just let's tell everybody.
So it was 40 in front because there's just the chain ring I had. I didn't really want to deal with buying new chain. I wanted to make sure like when I set it up, it actually worked first before I like dove into I can buy a new chain ring and new pedals and new whatever. 40 in front, 14 in the back, so it's like a 2.85 gear ratio or something like that. So it's
huge.
I mean it's fine on the flats, but like any hill, any mound, it's a little challenging.
Yeah. Oh
But I
man,
won't
well,
spin out on the downhill though.
that's for sure. That's for sure. Oh my gosh, and you're gonna be
Just
just
gotta
so.
find a route that goes downhill both ways, and I'll be good.
Or just call for a ride on the way back. That's all right. That's also all right, man. Well, that's awesome, man. That it's fun to do that stuff too, especially when the more bikes you get and everything. Which we we always need one more bike, and then all the parts that you get. And I've been going through all my parts too, and doing building up my gravel bike well, we can talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah,
too,
the impetus of this was I have a Brompton folding bike, which I love. The thing
Mhm.
is awesome, but like the 16-inch small wheels on like Michigan roads that are just like potholes everywhere. It's just brutal. So yeah, I wanted something a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. You need one of those thud busters. Have you seen one of those? They're like a suspension seat post. You should get one of those on there, maybe.
Yeah,
It probably
it's
wouldn't
just-
work. It wouldn't work.
Yeah,
Would it?
yeah.
Well, anyway.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just get a tricycle instead.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, for me, I got done with my. I'm proud of myself. I got done with my base to race plan on my Coach Cat training, which I went from. I did a 16-week sweet spot thing, and then I did a 4-week group ride block. And I've only been on one group ride, which I missed. Everyone else left without me, so I ended up being a solo ride. But it was fine. It was fun.
Were you late?
Yeah, I was late. Yeah, well, I took a wrong turn, and I took a wrong turn, and then like I had my GPS set to where the Garmin said, it's going to take me to the start, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go to the start, and then it kept on saying take this way, and I'm like, that's wrong because that's not how you get there. And it turns out I don't know the city that well, and I was half an hour late. So, and I tried chasing, but that's okay. It didn't happen. But it was fun. It's fun to go on the route. But yeah, I've been trying to ride outside as well. But this week has been a regenerative week for me. So now that I'm done with those 2 races, I'm in between phases.
Words.
Yeah, I know. So I feel like I've eaten more this week than I have in the past. I don't know, each week. I don't know if that's accumulation of training load or something. I don't know, but I have no idea. But anyway, I feel like I've been very hungry, and it's been fine. I also
because
have.
there's good food available.
That's true.
why.
That's true. Because we did. We did last week. I rode to the Mindoro Cut, which I know Chase Wark had talked about this, and this is the largest hand hewn cut of rock into the rock. It's 75 feet deep and like 2 car lanes wide. And this is the biggest one in the west of the east of the Mississippi, I think. And anyway, it's a popular destination for motorcyclists and for bike riders because it's the road up to it and down it is just super twisty and everything. It's awesome. It's so much fun. So I rode there last week, and that was my longest ride that I've ever done at 65 miles. So I've never done a 65-mile ride before, and I was going for the metric century, or I didn't plan on going for the metric century, but I was riding with my friend Glenn, and we were he's like, hey, by the time you get home, you'll have like 63 miles or something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I will. I'll get that. He's like, metric century. I'm like, yeah. So then I got there, and I got home, and it was like 64.2 miles. I'm like, let's just round it out, and then go to 65. I just went around the block a couple more times, and then
can't have the Strava tax.
Right, and yeah, then I got home, and then I couldn't believe that that's the furthest I've gone, which means I need to do some more gravel riding and everything riding. Just 65 miles. It took me 4 hours. It took us 4 hours and 45 minutes, I think. But some of that time was stuck in line at the very famous Linda's Bakery because we went past it, and I was talking to my friend Glenn. I'm like. He's like, hey, I'm like, there's Linda's Bakery, because it was unintentional that we went past this bakery. It's a really famous donut place and everything. And I'm like, well, do we stop? And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, do you want to get a donut? I'm like, well, yeah, so we stopped and got a donut real quick, and then kept going. But it definitely, I think that pushed me over the edge, or it helped me not bonk. So anyway, it was good. But I was happy with that. Oh man, Gina, have you been watching Andor at all, or Josh, have you guys been watching Andor?
Andor?
Yeah,
Never
I
heard
figured
of it.
Gina, I figured that'd be right up your alley because you like Star Wars, right? Aren't you a Star Wars fan or no? Oh,
No.
I thought you were. Oh, okay.
Particularly, no.
Oh,
You don't know
okay.
me.
No,
I
thought.
I will tell you a secret. I've never actually seen Star Wars movies.
Okay. I'll edit this part out. But oh, for some reason I thought you were a Star Wars fan too. Oh well. Anyway, if you're not a Star
I do
Wars
like
fan,
my fantasy and stuff. So
yeah. Well, I'm sorry. For some reason I thought you were into that. But anybody out there who's seen Andor, Josh, you haven't seen it either? No. Okay,
No.
well, Andor takes place between the very first. We're not going to get too far into this, but this is it's more about like espionage and spies and stuff, and like in the Star Wars universe and everything. It's so good. It's on Disney Plus Andor. Anyway, it's so good. But this takes place right before Princess Leia is on the Corvette. Before the very first Star Wars movie where Darth Vader's there and everything. I don't want to spoil anything, but. It's amazing. And I just finished the last episode last night. I had to stay up late. Oh my gosh. That's another thing, trying to stay up late. I don't know. At 10 o'clock is my bedtime. And like last night, that's like my ultimate bedtime. On the weekends, that's my bedtime. And I stayed up until 11 o'clock. So yeah, I know. It was
11.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Well, and the other thing is, I was going to say is that for our ladder team, Merclonia, we usually race a lot on Friday nights, and I think it's funny that it's like we have nothing better to do than be here on a Friday night. But yeah, that's true. I know, Josh, I filled out my availability for this weekend and next week.
Good job.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
Thanks, but I'm like booked solid, so I feel bad. I'm missing out on a lot of ladder racing, but it'll come out. So I'll get it. My schedule in the next 2 weeks is gonna flip, and I'll be all right because I'll be on summer break. Yes. All right.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it's the best. I
Nice.
can't wait. I'm gonna be doing rides outside, rides in the early morning, drinking coffee, eating donuts. It's gonna be awesome. All right. Well, so we'll transition to some of our main talking points, and we got to give a big shout out to everybody who did the FRR Everesting on the Alp. I don't know if you heard about that, but man, they're raising money for the ambulance service there, and it's just incredible. I want to give two shout outs. One to James Ballack. I happened to be riding the same times he was, and I was gonna teleport to him, and then I've learned now, always fan view where the person is before you teleport to them, because I'm glad I did, because he was at like turn 14 on the Alp, and I'm like, hey James, what are you doing? And he's like, oh my gosh, he's doing the 24 hours of the Alp, and I'm like, oh, that is incredible. So he did like 100 miles or something like that. And then Matt Ladd, also from Coalition, which we know him, he did like 200 miles. Oh no, almost 300 miles. It was
Mad Lad. The Mad
yeah.
Lad.
Yeah, the Mad Lad. But almost 300 miles. Like it was like 299.09 miles. I don't know why he couldn't go that last little bit. But but that's incredible. We got to have him on to talk about this, like how he did it, how comfortable his saddle is, and if his trainer is just burned out from all that resistance.
Insanity.
Oh man. I can't imagine that. It's how it says like don't touch it because it's hot. The wheel in the back of your trainer.
Mhm.
I wonder how hot his is. So it's got a hot trainer.
At least
All right.
5 degrees.
Oh man. Okay, so yes, congratulations to everybody who completed that. That was incredible. Let's go on. So the Sunday Racing Club and everything. Gina, you've been doing amazing on that. And is that how does that work again? Is that 3 qualifiers and the last one is the big one, or?
It depends on the month.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically every Sunday, last Sunday of the month, will be the finals, where you also have a team competition. And you need to qualify for the team competition by doing at least 2 of the qualifiers.
Okay.
But depending on how many Sundays there are in a month, that's also the amount of qualifiers that there will be. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get
So
it.
I think it's for me, the platform of my Whoosh is nowhere near the level of Zwift. I do prefer to ride on Zwift, but
Yeah.
the Sunday race clubs are, I think for the women especially, really competitive. and that's not something that you can get easily to have competitive women's racing. So it's just a really nice opportunity, and you also know that riders are verified because you have to do go through this whole process of testing before you can actually join. So yeah, it's
Yeah, we do like some validity there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice to know that you're actually riding against people who've also been verified and have the competition in there, and they are pretty tight competitions, especially when they don't put me on a hilly course or when they don't put me on a climbers course.
Right. Yeah, I always assume that everyone else goes through the same verification process, but I'm sure they don't. I mean, here's a note to everybody, just a reminder: make sure you update your weight in Zwift and your height if you've gotten taller or shrunk. So just friendly do that. You know, maybe once a month or something, or more often than that too. Yeah. I know with all these, I usually weigh myself
every race day, preferably.
Yeah, I do every race day, and then I change it every race day, but. Yeah, but I haven't been racing as much, so I've been weighing myself, but not because I don't want to get too obsessed
don't be
about it.
don't be that person who hasn't changed their weight in 4 years or something.
Yeah, because you never know, you may have lost some weight. I know I did. I lost a couple of pounds. I'm not sure how much that affects it, except for your avatar. I feel like I don't know. My avatar looks way more muscular than I actually am.
I think it's just a spitting image of you, Dustin.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah. Not everybody can see me, but yeah.
Been lifting heavy weights, haven't you?
Oh my gosh, I did. I lifted. We had to switch to the due to some water issues here that we have at our house. We have those 5-gallon water dispenser things. You know, so you put in it. You know, the bottle goes in there, and then the whatever it is. So now I have to go and fill up these water jugs. And anyway, those jugs have got to be like 50 pounds. I'm not sure how many metric tons that is, but it's a lot. And it's what is that, 30 kilograms or something? Or it's a lot. Anyway,
I mean, every gallon of water is like what, 8 pounds or something.
Yeah, so it's like 50 pounds pretty much. Yeah. So it was just crazy. It's just crazy. So I've been lifting those things, and I feel like every time I have to change that, I pull a muscle or somehow. But anyway,
just shy of 4 kilos for non-Americans.
Well, I'm actually going to start a little bit of weight training because I told you that I've been working with this AI coach, this Dutch one, likely very similar to the Coach Cat that you've been working with. But I've decided that it is actually time to go for a real life coach.
All right.
And she's going to help me also to come back from illness and to come back from actually having suffered the long COVID and not overdoing it, because that's what I've been doing mostly when I started back up on a training schedule. And I'm very curious to see what the differences actually will be between an AI coach and then also going from that to a real life coach. I think it's just one step further, also a little bit more expensive, but why not go for it?
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how many emojis does your coach use when they text you? Mine uses a lot, which is fine, but more or less emojis. But
does the Coach Cat constantly with the emojis?
Not all the time, but it's a lot of that. The one that looks like an arm, like a pumping arm or whatever, and then that one. I always thought that was a shrimp, and I'm like, why are people sending me shrimp? And then I finally got a bigger phone with a bigger screen, and I'm like, oh, it's not a shrimp. It's like it's an arm muscles, but like a shrimp thing. Because I didn't know. I know it's a stupid, but I had no idea what the whole eggplant and peach thing was until someone had to explain it to me. And like for the emojis, anyway.
No, those are just vegetables and
yeah,
fruit.
they're just because to me they're just vegetables. I remember sending it to a friend of mine, like, hey, check out and like you can't send that. Why? Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So I'm definitely that. Oh, okay. Anyway, so getting back to that, the opposite of that. So
she's not sending me any eggplants or peaches. But we have like regular talks also over Teams or over Zoom.
That's good.
Every 2 weeks we have a check-in, but then also indeed she's available anytime if I do have any questions. And I've actually not started yet. And I will likely start when I'm back from the UK.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And then what do Do you get to? Does your coach analyze your like? Do they have access to your Strava, or does it go through Training Peaks, or what do you guys use?
She works with Training Peaks, but I also
Okay.
know that some coaches now are transferring to intervals, the
Yeah.
ICU.
Yeah.
That should also be a good one, but Training Peaks is very nice because it does have the direct connection to Swift. So if she
Yeah.
puts a training in for a specific day, I can also find it then in Swift, which is,
Yeah.
I think, really nice.
Yeah, I love that. I love that part about Coach Cat too. That because all my trainings are right there, and I just go right to them, and it's super easy to do. And if there was one that wasn't there, I know for me, I just get on the app and just press a button, and it's there like within like 5 seconds. It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How can it do it? I don't know. But yeah. Josh, you need to get on this, man. Doing this. I know. You're training for some 100-mile trip this summer too. I know. I have that on my also on my calendar as well. I'm scared about that. And Josh, now you did. If we can just digress 1 second here, I know that you did 100 miles on the volcano. Is that right? Or is that what you did? Or...
Yeah, I actually pulled up the ride, which was October 5th, 2024.
Okay, so it's almost a year.
Yeah, I did the volcano flat over and over again for 100 miles with Coco, the pacer.
Yeah.
So that took 4 hours, 22 minutes.
Oh my gosh. And that
Which
was
is honestly like, I mean, just for zone 2 stuff or whatever, I mean, that's pretty fast, 100 miles just from a big giant group. I sure as hell know I'm not going to do 100 miles in 4 hours and 22 minutes outside by myself.
Right. Yeah. And then did you get off at all, or did you do a coffee stop, or what did you do?
No coffee stop, no nothing.
You just waited for, like, didn't you have to use the bathroom? Sorry to get so personal.
No.
Wow. What a man. You must be, what an amazing person there. Sorry, man. I just can't believe it. I mean, I definitely would have had to stop a couple times. And you just said, okay, well.
I had a lot of water, food, stuff. I don't know. This was kind of just like a random, was this a weekday night? I don't remember, but I think it was just a random weekday night where I was like, all right, I haven't done a lot all week. Got some time to burn. I'm just gonna do 100 miles. So it's kind of on a whim.
Yeah. Oh man, I never.
I did set out to do 100.
Wow.
With that, so, and I kind of figured it would take me around 4.5 hours at whatever pace Coco went.
Because you can do about 25 miles an hour with Coco, maybe depending on the.
Yeah. It looked like average speed was like 22.9 miles an hour. Which, again, like, no way I'm doing that outside by myself. So it's a lot easier to do it with the virtual draft.
Yeah.
In a big group of people when I don't have to do anything.
Man. And Gina, what about you? Have you done 100 miles before?
How many kilometers is it exactly?
200 and, wait, no, 120. 120.
120?
I
don't.
No, it's 160.
160. Sorry.
I already thought 120 sounds a bit shy. Yeah, 160. Yeah. The gravel race that I was that I'm going to do in Sweden actually this year because I want a revenge on last year's try. That one is actually 130 kilometers, but I've done gravel races as well already that have 155 kilometers.
Wow.
And my longest ride ever was 260 kilometers, I think. But honestly, that I didn't like anymore at some point.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Up until 180, I can actually, if I'm on form, I can actually really enjoy that. But after that, I'm done. Like it's no longer fun.
There comes a point where it's not really enjoyable anymore.
No.
Yeah.
And one of the ones that I'm most proud of is like the Ventoux, 3 times from every single side.
Oh my gosh. That's
that
incredible.
One was pretty cool. I don't know how many kilometers that is, but it's a hell of a lot of elevation.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Could you feel the elevation when you got to the top? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, could you feel the altitude?
No.
Okay.
I can't say I did. No.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. I know, like when here in the Rockies in Colorado, I know that well, I'm from in the Middle West here. We're about like 700 feet above sea level, and in the Rockies it's a mile above at least or more. Anyway, going up there and like just walking around, it's like you just run out of air so quickly. But I don't know if it's because it's closer to the sun. I'm not sure. I don't know. But you do get sunburned easier, I think, up there. But but yeah, I definitely feel that. Oh man, well I'm looking forward to this because I'm gonna try 100 miles and I'm building up to it. So my next plan is to I'm doing a gravel thing for my coaching. The next block is gonna be gravel riding with 100 miles coming up. As my target, and yes, I'm very nervous about it, but I think I can do it. I just fueling, I think, is always been my downfall. So that's
gotta get good at eating.
Yeah.
While
What
riding.
actually helped me, since I've been doing carbs in my bottles,
Oh yeah.
have had less problems, especially during the gravel. It's not always possible to eat something.
Yes.
So getting a drink that is actually high on carbs has really helped me a lot. That's what I do at my gravel races. And if you look at, there's this app called Eat My Ride.
Okay.
I'm a free user, but you can
Yeah.
actually put your ride in a GPX of your ride, and you can put what you've got available for
Oh,
food in there as well. And then
really?
it kind of tells you what you should eat when.
Okay.
And if you can put like a high carb drink in there, you can see that actually it usually goes for that first, and that it just means that you have to drink that 500 ml bottle within an hour, and you would actually have all the carbs you would need as well for that hour.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
something to look.
I should use this.
Yeah.
What is it? Eat My Ride?
Eat My Ride. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really nice app. I kind of like it, and it has a paid version, but it also has a free version, and the free version actually, I mean, I think it's enough for most of
Yeah. And I
what
need
we
to do
do.
that. I need to get better at. I drink Scratch in my bottles, which has it has calories. It's got sugar and some sodium and everything that I need because I'm a very salty sweater. But but yeah, I haven't experienced with carbs yet. I do have some carb mix that I've just been nervous to try. And when we had the people from Scratch on, they were telling us to, when you're practicing something, to eat something new. It's a good idea to do it on your trainer. So if it doesn't go well with your gut, you can just get off and go to the bathroom. Because like I mentioned in that episode, I've definitely been that person. Like, all right, I'm gonna go out for a couple hour training ride and and try this new stuff in my bottles, and yeah, it doesn't go well. But yeah, or I don't know if you guys have ever made that mistake, like at a race or something, because they always give you like they'll give you like, hey, here's your free trials of like some nutrition product or something, and then
Yeah,
I'll put it in my bottle.
never use those.
Yeah, nothing new on race day, Dustin.
No, nothing
Nothing
new
new
on
on
race
race
day.
day.
Oh man.
I'm always happy to try something new, but if they hand me
Yeah.
something that I don't know, I'm not gonna eat it right
Nope.
there, right then.
No,
No.
no. I know. The last gravel event I did was they were like, well, hey, do you guys want some of this stuff? And I'm like, I was like, it was maple syrup, which I love maple syrup, but I already had my plan together of what I was gonna drink and everything, and I didn't want to mess anything up. But there's been a big push for that, for just straight maple syrup. Yeah, have you guys had that before, like the Untapped by chance, or
Drink
no?
maple
No.
syrup.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
It's, that's gonna be a no for me. I can't do that. I do like
It's
maple syrup, but
yeah.
not in that context.
So it seems like there's been a big push for maple syrup lately. It's in like a goo type package, but it's like a tube. And then there's been that, and then also like pickle flavored goo or something, or something like that, or
Oh God.
with the pickle juice. Oh man. Well, anyway, that's definitely going to be something. So I'm looking forward to that, and some things are going to be going on for sure. Hey, while we're talking about training, Gina, I see you have a note here about Demi Vollering and everything, and would you like to talk about that, or?
Well,
Yeah.
I actually, I I realized that during a month,
Mhm.
right? Women's periods are exactly 1 month or
Mhm.
about. Um, I have these ups and downs in
Yeah.
mood, but also in what I can handle out of training load. And Demi Vollering actually had been talking about periods and
Mhm.
menstruation in the women's peloton a little bit lately. And yeah, I think I've been that talk that the talk that she opened up actually started to have me thinking about, oh, maybe this is actually related.
Mhm.
But I think we should actually leave this topic. We're going to talk
Okay.
about it, but I want some womanly support
Yes.
on this.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. We're not the people to talk to about this. Sorry.
I think I have the perfect friend who was also willing to join us. She was really
Yes.
excited, but then again, like Dustin already said, it couldn't work out this week to do it in the
Yeah.
mornings. So we're gonna try and see if we
Yeah.
can find a moment, and
Yeah.
we're gonna try and see if we can maybe find some recognition, or
Yeah.
that our women listeners can find some recognition, but also you dudes that you learn something about women's cycles and periods and stuff.
Yes, please. I think that would be great. I think that would be great because yeah, we are not the people to talk. Well, Josh and I aren't. I can't speak for Josh actually, but
And
I
honestly,
definitely.
every woman is different as well. So it
Mm.
actually is very good to have multiple voices on here.
Yeah, that would be great. Yes, I welcome that. That'd be awesome. All right, yeah, we'll get that scheduled. So that'll be great. Maybe in the next couple of weeks, maybe that'd be cool. So yeah,
That'd be cool.
uh,
I also
yeah.
know that she's likely gonna join the Tour de France Femme as something media related. It's not sure yet
Ooh,
what exactly she
Well,
will
that'd
do.
be cool.
So maybe
yeah,
around that time would be a cool time to actually talk, because then
yes.
she will be all excited to get ready for that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite races of the year. I don't know why, but I end up well, I watch a lot of bike racing, but I don't know if it's just the time that they're on or something like that. But I watch a lot of the women's races. They seem to be more exciting. I don't know. But I also want my daughter to see that too because I'm proud of her and her cycling, and I want her to see that you could be doing this and everything too. I have to give a shout
Oh,
out to my daughter.
the Vuelta Femenina. I hope you really
Yes,
enjoyed watching that together then as well,
yes,
because that was amazing.
yes. It's been awesome. It's just been awesome, and
Especially from a Dutch standpoint, by the way. But
yeah. I do have to give a shout out to my daughter because she went up the big hill by our house, standing up on her bike without stopping. Yes, it was
yes.
awesome. So and she's got a single speed, Josh, just like you. But
Yeah. She can handle the gear ratio.
yeah, it's 40-12. Yeah, no, but oh man, but that's awesome. So yeah, it has been awesome. I've been loving that, and it's the other cool thing is here in the United States you can get the if you miss a stage you can get I'm sure you can get this everywhere, but like the like 5 minutes or 10 minutes highlight reel on on YouTube. So that's always nice to watch it if you miss it during the day, which I have been with some of my work obligations, like work. But yeah, but
Yeah, we're getting in the
yeah.
way.
Oh, gosh, man. So we need to talk about upgrading bikes too. Have either of you guys locked in or gotten all the way through the upgrading
Uh,
so far?
Not
Yeah.
yet. I'm working on stage 4 of
Yeah.
SL8.
I'm on
I think
stage 3 of the
I'm with
SL8.
you, Dustin, also on
Yeah,
stage 3 of the SL8.
yeah,
But honestly, it's not been on my mind a lot, so
right.
I'm not definitely not ready enough. Or I asked people, the SL8 should be the
Yep,
first one to go
yep,
for. That's
yeah,
basically it. But yeah, I'm
yeah.
working.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, working on it. Working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I just do all my trainings on that bike. I do, everything I can on that bike, unless there's a, an event that calls for something else. But I've been trying to do that to get up there. But I think I'm almost there to unlock that one, and I can't even remember which one it is. But it costs drops, which I have plenty of drops. Not trying to brag, but
Look at this man, he's rich over here.
I know, just dripping. Yeah. So, but and I got to give a shout out to my friend Harry. He has the specialized Halo bike, but Harry rides all the time, man. It's awesome. I always see him on there, and that's always fun to do that too. So to see people on there. Sorry, my dog is barking. There must be a squirrel. That's her squirrel bark. You probably can't hear it, but there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. But anyway. But which this brings me to another point. There, do we have? I know they said they were going to reorder the Zwift Garage, which has helped, but I've also just been basically using the SL8 the whole time. Am I the only one that wishes that we could just like do a garage sale or something, or sell some of the bikes, or donate them to a worthy cause, or turn them into?
Yeah, I wish you could sell get some drops back.
Yeah,
but
or is there something we could do, like maybe turn them in and like we get like a free water bottle or something like that if we just pay the postage from Zwift?
Yeah, come on.
Some socks. I don't know. All right.
Some fire socks.
Yeah. That's what we should do. There we go. If you have so many drops and so many bikes that you want to get them out, then they, instead of being like the lightning socks or fire socks, they should be like water socks, the opposite or something. And well, what would they do? Would they like start drips flying off or something?
You kind of have like the Pokemon idea got into my mind. So we need all the different types of Pokemon, but then in socks. And the one is better against the other,
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Oh, or can you get like that just made me think of like, can you get like some outfits for the squirrel that's in your back pocket?
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Scotty needs some. Scotty needs some drip.
Yeah. It's from the drops. That's right. And like, oh my
now
gosh.
we're actually adding an extra part to our garage where we can actually get Scotty new kits, and that should be then an extra bit of the garage.
Oh man, if you could, somebody needs to develop an app for your phone that goes along with the other app, the Zwift app, that you can dress up your squirrel. I bet you people would like that. I would do that.
Me
or
too.
if your squirrel could match what your kit is wearing, oh, that'd be cute, wouldn't it? It'd be cute. They could do that. I think they could do that. Come on, Zwift. How long could it take, right? All right. Formal request.
That's definitely where I want them to put my money.
Yeah. Okay, so next on here we do have I mentioned earlier about the Surly corner bar, because I now that I have a new mountain bike, I have using my old mountain bike and I'm transitioning it to a gravel bike. It's a Surly Ritchie P29, and I have, or not Surly, sorry, it's a Ritchie P29, which is a mountain bike, and it's awesome. I love it. And then I'm putting the Surly corner bar on it so that I can still use my flat bar shifters and brake levers, but it feels more like a drop bar bike. And I'll post a picture of this too. But I haven't gone for the maiden voyage. I only went around the block to make sure everything was working. I still need to, I'm like 1 meter short of shifting housing, so I don't have the front derailleur hooked up. I just have the rear derailleur. So it's just, it's like a 2x9 right now. But it's got like 2.25 inches tires, so that's 51 centimeters, maybe 50. I don't know, Josh.
Millimeters.
Millimeters. Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know.
57.
57. Yeah. So they're huge, and that would be perfect.
Huge.
I think. Yeah, that'd be perfect, wouldn't it, for like gravel, like any.
Hey,
gravel?
yeah.
Depends on the gravel.
I think
I
you're.
ride on
you're
38.
safe.
Yeah, and 38s. I think that's what I ride on my road bike with gravel wheels on it. So, but yeah, I think. Do you think that would slow me down too much on the road, though? Maybe I should go for something smaller.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want to do with that bike,
but
right?
it looks cool.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it definitely looks cool. It looks like
Yeah,
it's like
it looks cool. So that adds at least like 50 watts.
You'd also get a lot of comfort out of it. So
Yeah.
speed is not something that you're too worried about when you're riding this specific bike.
Yeah, then it should be okay.
And if you're talking like using this for that 100-miler that we're gonna do, I mean, just think of like how fatigued like your hands and back and shoulders and all that feel at like mile 60. Well, I mean, it's going to be far less fatigued at that stage than maybe having a faster setup. So to Gina's point, there is some value in being comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well.
And then also it's got I left the suspension fork on it, so I think I could probably ride anything.
Yeah. I mean, for real though, you could probably. Yeah.
It adds some weight.
That'll feel nice.
Yeah, it definitely has some weight on it though. Like I think it's Gina, we had talked about this a long time ago because I remember I was lifting up my old bike and I'm like, oh man, this thing is heavy. And then this bike is like 30 pounds or something like that. So that's a lot for, I'm not sure how many kilograms that is, but 52? No. Oh man, I can never do that right. Is that right?
13.6.
Went the wrong direction. Okay, so it's 13 kilograms. So that's a lot. Like my road bike with gravel wheels on it is only like maybe 20. So it's like that's 10 pounds. That's a big difference. That's 6 kilograms. Is that right?
That's a lot of cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that is, man. That is a lot. So. Anyway, but this is going to be awesome. I'm excited
my
for
dad
that.
always says, like, okay, a kilo is a kilo, obviously, but
Right.
fitness likely plays way more into things than the heaviness of the bike at our levels.
That's true. That's a very good point. That's a good point. Yeah, because if I don't have the fitness, then I can't drive the wheels. Right. Your dad's a smart guy. Yeah. Oh man. So I know Josh, we have your gravel adventures on here too, as some things to talk about here too. Any big updates though besides dialing in and the fit and the tires and everything?
Not really. I got whatever the subscription is for the GPX overlay.
Oh,
Which is
nice.
kind of nice. So like I use the DJI Osmo Action camera on my handlebars and now having like power overlay readings over the top of that and the video is kind of cool to see and just break down my own rides for my own purposes. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. Well, you have to post some of those too, man.
But
I'd like to see
no major gravel rides lately. I've been doing more road just because it's a little bit more convenient for
that.
like I could just hop on the bike and go. Whereas gravel I tend to have to travel somewhere. Or at least like ride a lot longer to actually get to the gravel.
Yeah. To the sign that we all love to see, where the pavement ends.
Yes,
that's because that's where the fun begins. Yeah, but
indeed.
Yeah.
I did accidentally do a little bit of gravel riding yesterday, and in like a neighboring city. I mocked up a route, went out over it, and didn't realize that there's a section of like pretty washed out gravel that I was like doing on my nice 28 road tires, and nothing popped, shockingly, but that was a good time.
Oh man. And Gina, have you been hitting your new bike out in the velodrome at all?
Well, the weather has been super nice here. So
Yeah.
actually, I've been doing more gravel and road riding than getting into the velodrome. But yeah, I think I'm just very lucky that basically I go out of my town and I find some nice gravel roads, so I don't need to jump into a car to do that.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm about the same too. I'm really lucky. I can get to gravel within like 4 miles from my house. So we have a lot of gravel routes in here, which is why the 2025 USA National Gravel Championships is here in my town. So if anybody's coming for that, yes, let me know. Send me a message either on Discord or on the WatopianWeekly@gmail.com because we need to do a meetup or something, or go for a ride or something. That would be really cool. Do a recon ride. That'd be really, really fun to do. So let me know if you're coming. So Josh has talked about coming out too. I don't know if he's coming or not, but
I mean, I would.
Yeah. All right, Josh, you can stay at my house. We'll have everybody. We'll have 6 people in one bathroom. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. We have a very small house, but you're welcome. You're welcome. Maybe I'll get a porta potty for that. But So, I know also we have some garden tips. What should we be planting? Everything right now, Josh. Everything should be going in the ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean here in Michigan, last frost I think is pass. So I think
same for us.
I think you can start sticking things in the ground now.
Yeah. How about for you, Gina? Do you guys have is your planting season already started?
I think so. Just don't ask me about plants,
Yeah.
please.
This is what a grocery store is for.
Well,
That's right.
we have some salad which we can eat by now.
Yeah.
I also think we have tomato and cucumber in the garden.
Oh, really? Already?
Last year
Wow.
we had some courgettes. They were eaten by snails.
Ah, how rude.
The year before we also had courgettes and we ate a lot of courgette soup.
Yeah. Oh man.
But I'm not the gardener in this
Oh,
household.
okay.
I mow the lawn.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's great. What do
No,
you,
I also remove some weeds and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not the planter of things.
yeah. Have you made the leap to electric lawnmower yet, or do
Yeah,
you have
we
one
do
of
have
those?
yeah.
Oh man, I am jealous. What about you, Josh?
I still have
Yeah,
to
we have a
push it though,
battery.
right? So
Just a battery. I mean, we have a small yard, so
Oh, I'm not
It's
trying to
like-
brag. I got a big backyard, but yeah. And and anyway, it's all hilly
it's
and
good
bumpy.
to go with your peaches and
Yeah. Right, and growing some eggplant. Well, yeah, they which I have a joke about that. I'll tell you off air. But anyway, it's about the reddest tomatoes in the whole thing. But anyway, all right. Anyway, I'll tell you later. But so yeah. Well, I also have something on here too, which I'm also nervous about here, and I know you guys can see this in the rundown. Because I wanted to talk about this because there's other people that in America, the age for when you really got to start worrying about your health, well, besides all the time, is 45. And I turned 46 this summer. And so like you have an annual physical and everything. And anyway, my doctor he said it's time for your colonoscopy. So this is very bizarre to talk about, and now everybody knows I get to have a colonoscopy. But which maybe I should cut this out. But I guess I'm very nervous about this, and maybe some people can send some tips in and stuff of what I know the nurses and doctors are going to tell me everything I have to do and what I can and can't do. But I don't know if you guys are probably far too young to have this happen, maybe. But I don't know how long until I can ride again is what I'm really worried about.
24 hours.
What? 24 hours? You think
24
so? Yeah,
well,
yeah.
24 hours
Oh, yeah.
physically, but like you're gonna probably be recovering from like replenishing fluids and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
You'll probably be about like 5 pounds lighter, and
Oh man.
not the good way. It's from fluid loss and all that. Got to clear everything out, you know.
Yeah, I'm worried about that part. I have friends who are younger than I am that have had to do this for cancer screening and everything too, which is a very important thing. And anyway, they've told me that too, that it's that you have to drink some stuff, and you have to sit in the bathroom for hours, or is it hours, you think, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a long time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rewatch Andor, I think, and Gina, and I also thought about the other thing that I could rewatch that I might need to know, which was Only Murders in the Building. And I know you and I like that show a lot, and I was thinking about rewatching the whole thing to see if I could.
I wanted her to gaslight you and just be like, "What are you talking about? I don't like that."
Yeah, I don't like that show. No, but yeah, I want to see that. But that's beside the colonoscopy. But anyway,
if you want some inside information, my mom actually had a colonoscopy had one lately, and
I just picture this conversation like you give out your mom's like phone number, like, hey, you don't know me.
Yeah,
but I got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
She doesn't ride a bike, but
Yeah.
she was ill before, obviously, because you have to have that powder stuff. She was talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
This powder and stuff, and then it kind of came out of the front and the back for her.
Oh yeah.
So that will be nice to look forward to.
Okay,
And
great.
she said that it took a while before she actually felt human again when she was allowed to start eating and drinking. So I would just not schedule anything
Okay.
close to the date.
Because I have a training. That day is a day off for me in my training calendar, and I have the next day I'm supposed to do some hard interval ride, and I'm thinking that that's probably not going to happen. But
I would tell Coach Kat you're not available.
Okay, and then there's also my dad, he's been urging me to do this and everything too, because our family history and everything. And anyway, so we he told me that there's a place by where he lives that they do endoscopies and colonoscopies in the same place. Oh man, can you imagine if they got the cameras mixed up? Hey. Okay, and on that, man, maybe we should close the episode because this is going downhill fast. So, or uphill fast. Anyway, yeah. The other thing is I was really looking forward to is yeah, that's gross. Never mind. Looking forward to anything. I was just thinking that how you lose things, and I had an iPod Nano a long time ago, and I wonder where that's gone. Maybe the doctor can find it. Hey, all right, no, it's just anyway, all right. It was a shuffle. That's what it was. Anyway, okay. So gross. Where's it been? All right. Man, I am nervous about that. Okay, I definitely need to cut that part out. But it's time to close the episode. I think everyone, thank you so much for listening to us this week and every other week when we get these things out. Thank you especially to Josh and Gina for being here. I really appreciate this. It's so good to get us all back together, and we will get Paul back. It's just been schedules, international date lines, everything have just been hard to line up. So thank you everyone to listening to us, and send us a message on Discord or an email. Someone will get back to you within 2 to 3 weeks. And thank you all again for listening. And you know what? We'll see you in Watopia.